What are the aims and objective of Simply Aid?
The number one charity in the UK, inshallah.
અમે જેટલા પૈસા વાપરીએ છીએ ગરીબોને પછાડી ઓટોમેટિકલી આવી જાય છે અલ્હમ્દુલિલ્લાહ.
The trustees pay our own costs, our own hotels, our own flights. Up until now, where we've reached the pinnacle of our business.
We are here at the moment which is charity.
खिदमत खल्क करते करते इतने हिस्सों में बट गया हूँ मैं कि अब मेरे हिस्से में कुछ बचा ही नहीं. Assalamu alaikum, good afternoon. We are in Bieber Studio, Bolton, UK, and we are very privileged to have two gentlemen, alhamdulillah. Usman Bhaiji Hal, originally from Karmad, born and brought up in the UK, and we have Yusuf Bhai Dharma of Nabipurwala in the studio. And today the subject is going to be the importance of charity and some good work going on from local to global when certain individuals decides that they want to do something for what we call humanity. And there's a beautiful word in Urdu as well, khidmat-e khalq. So in that spirit, these two gentlemen are here in our studio. I have got our CEO and producer and founder of Bieber's Media, Farooq Bhai, and our very excellent videographer and studio manager Sadab Bhai. So Usman Bhai, Yusuf Bhai, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Tell us something about your childhood, your initial period of your educations, and then I believe when I was going through his biodata, and of course Yusuf Bhai's biodata, that he is one of the most successful businessmen and entrepreneur in the Northwest in the UK. So tell us briefly something about your childhood, and then Yusuf Bhai Tamapa.
Childhood was born in Dewsbury, brought up in Bolton. Moved when I was 10, started, we used to have a shop, so I didn't even do my last year at school. I was straight working in the shop. After that, we got the petrol stations, and then alhamdulillah, it's just been upwards after that. That's up until now where we've reached the pinnacle of our business world. Now we want to progress onto the charity part. Sure. And inshallah make Simply Aid the go-to charity that everybody has on their lips and the number one charity in the UK, inshallah.
માશાલ્લાહ. યસુભાઈ તમે કંઈક કહો તમારા બચપન વિશે, તમારું થોડું બેકગ્રાઉન્ડ અમારા વ્યુઅરને પ્લીઝ.
Assalamu alaikum.
વાલેકુમ સલામ.
Born in India, India જન્મ થયેલો, and I came here in 1983, and I joined with Usman in the business, and I've got nearly same experience in Najilo Chemanavi, and I'm by degree my BSc chemistry. Wow. Yeah,
Bachelor of Science.
I'm always with Usman. Whatever he does, we have a same dream more or less all the time. Mm-hmm. And Allah, we are here at the moment, which is charity.
MashaAllah. So the charity we are going to talk about today is called Simply Aid. And they have another trustee, MashaAllah, Qasim Bhaiji Hal of Karmad, who has submitted his apology, but I'm sure we'll have another opportunity to talk to Qasim Bhai as well. Usman Bhai, so 41 years of business journey, right?
Yes.
And you build that business on your own merit, yes, with hard work, the journey you have gone through. So tell us, our viewer, and particularly tell us young people to how to become a successful businessman, and then from businessman you turn into an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur means that the person who takes something from the system, from the society, but he reached to the point where he feels now it's time to give it back to the society as well. So tell us something about your business journey and your advice to our young people, please.
First and foremost, success in business is imandari. If you stay on the right path, Allah will give you success. There's no way He's not going to. Everything you spend in the path of Allah, He will give you tenfold back. Right? And I'm living proof of it. Right? That you always, even with Simply Aid, we are 125%. So that means we are giving your gift aid away as well. The trustees pay our own costs, our own hotels, our own flights. We pay virtually all, well, not virtually, definitely all the costs of the charity. but we have not noticed one little bit of difference in our risk. It's all, he gives it back, alhamdulillah. So if you have that mentality, if you believe that Allah will give you that money back, then you can see it coming back, alhamdulillah. And as I said, for years, I was in the petrol game. I got it to where I was successful enough, where I was happy with how much money I'd made. Then it was time to conquer the charity business. Now, for years, we've given charity, but I've always wondered whether it was all getting there or not. So I got an opportunity to start Simply Aid with Yusuf and with Qasim. And we decided to do 125%. Unlike all the other charities that use your gifted, that I don't know how much percentage of your charity actually gets to the poor, we are giving every single penny to the poor, collecting the gifted and giving that to the poor as well. So alhamdulillah, that's my story so far.
Yusuf bhai, any piece of advice in terms of your success secrets of business and the pathway you have walked through? તમારી હું એડવાઇસ છે કે બિઝનેસ સક્સેસફુલ બિઝનેસ બનવા માટે કઈ વસ્તુની કયા સિદ્ધાંતોની જરૂર પડે છે?
સિદ્ધાંતો જે ઉસ્માનભાઈ કહી દીધા છે, એક્ઝેક્ટલી ધ સેમ. યુ ફોલો ઓનેસ્ટી, રાઈટ? બિઝનેસમાં બહુ જ ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ વસ્તુ છે કે અલ્લાહ તમારે સપોર્ટ આપી છે. ને આ જેમણે કહ્યું તેવું કે અમે જેટલા પૈસા વાપરીએ છીએ ગરીબોની પછાડી, ઓટોમેટિકલી આવી જાય છે, અલ્હમ્દુલિલ્લાહ. સો એમાં કોઈ તમને નુકસાન નથી.
ઓકે,
અલ્લાહના રસ્તામાં જેટલું બી આપશો એ તમને પાછું આવી જવાનું છે.
Okay. Usman bhai, there is a perception, it's only a perception. I might be wrong, I might be right, but there's a perception amongst a lot of young people nowadays that they want to become a millionaire or successful overnight. Is there a shortcut to success?
The only shortcut to success is mehnat. Without mehnat, you're never going to get successful. And if you do it the wrong way, it'll come back to bite you some way, somehow. So stay on the straight path. And alhamdulillah, everything will work out.
MashaAllah. Now, coming to the point of Simply Aid, I know you have touched upon it. પરંતુ માશાલ્લાહ અલ્લાહે તમને ઘણી બધી બરકતોથી નવાઈજા છે માશાલ્લાહ, અને વી બીન ફોલોઈંગ યુ personally as well as through media, viewing your clips, watching your clips, your work in Middle East, your work in African continent, your work in South Asia. So it's a global approach now you have got, and you have launched many projects. But what is the mission statement and what are the aims and objective of Simply Aid? And at what point you had this idea કે હવે આપણે એક charity શરૂ કરવી છે, અને એ turning point ક્યારે આવ્યો?
We started just before Ramzan this year. Just before Ramzan, we thought about opening our own charity, but just taking mine, Yusuf and Qasim's money. And then other people approached us and they said, take ours as well. So we thought, right, let's open it up. So then we started Simply Aid. We got everything in motion. We got the website sorted, uniforms, all this, everything sorted. And then we started. So we've done about over 20 projects in the year. Our aim is not to have a bank balance. Unlike other charities, we don't want a bank balance. We want to get your money there, inshallah, the same year, get it to the poor, and at least your zakat is ada by then. Like I said, no bank balance, no wages, no admin, no costs. So you're in a win-win situation. You're giving £1, but the Garib is getting £1.25. So you're getting more sawaba. There's no, you can't get any better. And alhamdulillah, I don't know of any other charity that can do this. Because alhamdulillah, we're at a stage where we can afford to do it. We can give this service to yourselves and ourselves as well, because it's our charity as well and our money going in there as well.
So just going back to my question, what are the main aims and objective of Simply Aid?
The main aim is to get the zakat to the poor, whichever country, where there's a disaster, where there's needy. We've been to places like Somalia where you've got gunmen on every single corner, but at least we get in there. We do medical operations there. We've been to Afghanistan. We've been feeding in Gaza. Thousands of people we've fed daily in Gaza. We're currently doing a project where we're setting up tents, a small tent village, 30, 40 tents with water, with toilet facilities. So we're doing that in Gaza. Obviously, Gaza is very, very close to our hearts. So we're doing as much as possible in Gaza. We've done prosthetic project where we've given out prosthetics to people because there's so many people without arms and legs. So we think of newer and newer projects that we can do, not the simple just give aid and that's it. No, we want to long term sustain it and at least help people in a way that will make a difference. So
યુસુભાઈ તમે પણ માશાલ્લાહ ઉસ્માનભાઈની સાથે આ બધા ચેરિટી મિશન પર જાઓ છો, તો અત્યાર સુધી કયા કયા દેશમાં તમે ગયા અને ત્યાં ચેરિટીનું કામ કરતા તમને કયા અનુભવ તમારા હાર્ટને ટચ થઈ ગયા, યા કઈ અમુક વાતો જ્યારે તમે પાછા આવો છો ત્યારે એ તમને હોન્ટ કરે છે, તમને યાદ આવે છે અને તમે વિચારો છો કે ઉફ વિશ વી કુડ હેવ ડન ધેટ, વિશ વી કુડ હેવ ડન ધેટ, એવા કોઈ અનુભવ ખરા?
સિરિયામાં ફર્સ્ટ અમે સિરિયા ગયેલા, then went to Egypt and Afghanistan, Somalia. ત્યાં મતલબ કે આપણે જે પરિસ્થિતિમાં છે તેમાં અલ્લાહનો એક સેકન્ડ મેં આપણે અલ્લાહનો શુક્રાના કરીએ તો ઓછો છે, કારણ કે ત્યાં બાળકો બિલકુલ બેર ફીટ દોડે, ઠંડીમાં કપડાં પર ના હોય, રાઈટ, નો એજ્યુકેશન ફોર ધેમ એઝ વેલ. બહુ એમને હાલત ખરાબ છે, તેમને અમે હેલ્પ કરીએ મોરલેસ.
Okay.
Can I just add, there is not a single project that we have been on that we have not cried, right? Even Qasim, right? It touches your heart looking at the kids, looking at the poor, and you realize how much Allah has given you. When you see these children in the tents, barefoot, then you realize how much Allah has given you.
Okay. Usman bhai, from the charity point of view, one technical clarification. When you say that you give 125%, my knowledge is reasonably limited when it comes to legality and technicality and charity terminology. Do you mean that most of the charity invest or spend 100%, but તમને જે 25% on top of the gift aid મળે છે તે પણ you are putting that back into your charity and spends gift aid as well? Because normally charity ચલાવવા માટે 100% ડોનેશન પોલિસી હોય છે, 125 આ મેં પહેલી વખત સાંભળ્યું, કારણ કે ગિફ્ટ એડ પછી એ લોકોનો એડમિન કોસ્ટ છે, બીજા મતલબ કે મિસલેનિયસ કોસ્ટ એ લોકો લગભગ કવર કરતા હોય છે. Is that? Yeah.
Yes. Because we're paying for our own flights, our own hotels, our own expenses, everything, so it's 125%. With most charities, that is what most of the gift aid and the running of the charity is used for. We're paying our own way, so you're getting, like I said, 125%. Nobody else will give you that.
માશાલ્લાહ. અત્યારે સિમ્પલી એડ નો મુખ્ય મેઇન પ્રોજેક્ટ કયો છે?
Tents no chalet and Gaza in the feeding and Gaza in the tents.
Right.
We're just coming there. Yes, yeah, okay.
In the future, we have got for the Rohingyas, they have requested that we do a medical camp for circumcision because they have major problems circumcision. So we've approved that. So that's going to be in the future where we're doing for the Rohingyas. The Rohingyas is 1.5 million refugees in one small area. It breaks your heart to look at it when you're walking through raw sewage. And that's where the houses, when I say house, it's taproot. That's what it is. What you see in India is what you've got there. And it breaks your heart to see it.
Have you ever considered or do you still work in places like India? Because at the end of the day, your roots are in India, your historical connections, your ancestral connections are in India, and I believe you're from Karmad, which is beautiful village. I've been there. Nabipur, it was my childhood village. So do you work in India or have you got any projects coming up that we need to offer something to country like India as well?
At the moment, we've not got permission to work in India yet. We've got permission everywhere else. Apart from India, we're still waiting for the permission from the Indian government to give us the go-ahead to work there. Once they do, then inshallah we will do.
Inshallah.
Nice one. We are coming to an end of this part one interview, mashallah. Some very interesting information. But before I go, I was looking at Usman Bhai's biodata, which normally I would before any interviews takes place in Bieber Studio. And one fascinating thing I noticed that not only Usman Bhai and Yusuf Bhai is a successful businessman, entrepreneur, but Usman Bhai 20 years ago, he acquired the license to fly what I call the small aircraft.
Yes.
But I believe whether you drive a small bicycle or a big bicycle, you need skills and expertise and more than anything courage. So he's been flying his own aircraft, and he has got his own aircraft and has invited Bieber's media to conduct the second interview, not on earth but in sky. Now that will take a lot of courage. Somebody like me who is not afraid of the flights, but then there are some claustrophobia situations. So Usman Bhai, congratulations as a businessman, congratulations as an entrepreneur, congratulations to have acquired this pilot license nearly 25 years ago. License is still alive. And Yusuf Bhai, thank you very much as well. Any quick message you would like to convey to our viewer on behalf of your Simply 8 charity? Any websites, any contact details, or would you encourage other people to join your charity?
Simply8.co.uk. Like I said, 125% donation policy. Keep supporting us. Jazakallah for all the support we've had. Keep supporting us so that we can do more and more for the poor. And you're actually seeing our videos. You're actually seeing your zakat, lillah, sadaqah get there. Unlike other charities, we're actually transparent. We're showing you everything. And end of the year, have a look at our accounts. You will see there is no expenses whatsoever. This much came in, this much went out. That's it. So,
Yusuf Bhai, final words to our viewers, please.
Yeah. In the end, we are a good charity. You can trust us. And it's 125% policy બીજી કોઈ charity કરતી નથી. ને અમારું intention છે કે તમારી zakat right જગ્યાએ પહોંચે. That's our intentions.
Thank you.
Jazakallah.
આટલું સરસ કામ થઈ રહેલું છે, આટલી બધી આ લોકો મહેનત કરે છે. આમ જોવા જતા તો જે લેવલ પર એ લોકો છે ફાઇનાન્શિયલી અને બીજી બધી રીતે લગભગ જરૂરત ના પડે, પણ તે છતાં પણ એમના દિલોમાં કમ્યુનિટી પ્રત્યે, ઇન્સાનિયત પ્રત્યે જે હમદર્દી છે, જે દર્દ છે, અને જેમ કે ઉસ્માનભાઈ કહ્યું કે નોટ અ સિંગલ ટ્રીપ વેન દે કેમ બેક દે હેડ ટીયર્સ ઇન આઈઝ. સો આ એક બહુ મોટી વાત કહેવાય. અને એમની આ ખિદમતે ખલ્ક, માનવતાની આ સેવા અને સિમ્પલી એડની જે એક જબરજસ્ત ગ્લોબલ લેવલ પર જે ખિદમત કરી રહ્યા છે, એનાથી બીબસ મીડિયા તરફથી અમે તમને મુબારકબાદી આપીએ છીએ. અને મને બે લાઈનો પેલી યાદ આવે છે જે અમારા વ્યુઅર્સ અને બીબસ મીડિયાની ટીમ તરફથી હું તમને એક ટ્રિબ્યુટ કરું છું, એ અમારો રિસ્પેક્ટ છે. અને બે લાઈનો બહુ સરસ છે કે ભાઈ, અહીં સમાજ લાવે છે, અહીં પુષ્પો ખીલાવે છે, વિધિન ધી કોન્ટેક્સ ઓફ હ્યુમેનિટી. અહીં શમ્મા જલાવે છે, અહીં પુષ્પો ખીલાવે છે, તે પડતાને ઉઠાવે છે અને રડતાને હસાવે છે. સો આપણી કોમમાં આવા જે લોકો વસેલા છે, જેઓ માનવ સેવા કરે છે, ઇન્સાનિયતની ખિદમત કરે છે, આપણે એની કદર કરીએ, આપણે એમનું માન સન્માન કરીએ અને આપણે આશા રાખીએ કે સિમ્પલી 8 હજુ પણ વધુને વધુ આગળ વધે અને વધુને વધુ ખિદમતે ખલ્ક અને માનવતાની સેવા કરી અને એ પોતાની આ સેવાથી રડતાને હસાવે અને જે પડતા છે એને ઉઠાવે. એ જ ખિદમતે ખલ્ક છે, એ જ માનવ સેવા છે. વન્સ અગેન થેન્ક યુ વેરી મચ ફોર કમિંગ ટુ અવર સ્ટુડિયો with our CEO Farooq Bhai, founder member of Bieber's, and our videographer Sadab Bhai, studio managers. Once again, congratulations and mubarakbadi, and we wish you good luck. And this won't be our first and last interview. It would be nice to go with these guys in the field and bring you some more fantastic news of good practices and good work taking place within our community. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.